Under the hammer next at Bygone Bargains, beautiful Victorian mahogany bookcase. Used to be a cupboard of some other kind. There's a little bit of mystery about it, which we'll kind of try and unpick as we go around. But the really striking thing that you first notice about this, apart from its generous proportions and good sizing, is this fantastic butterfly patterned doors where we've got these knots echoed either side. It's obviously been one piece of timber that's been cut in half, and then the two halves used to make the fronts of these cupboard doors.
And a flame kind of effect.
Yeah, it's a beautiful wood grain, absolutely beautiful wood grain.
And a stunningly rich colour, it really is. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's coming across on the video, but it really is a gorgeous red, rich mahogany colour.
Yeah, it's a deep red brown with a sort of yellow within it, and it's almost sort of like stone grain.
We'll take some pictures of this anyway, close up, so that you get a better idea.
But sadly, this one on this left hand side has got a couple of scratch marks down there.
But they're quite aged, so they do blend in pretty well, even though they are there. It's got a keyhole with a little brass surround, but sadly no key.
Good solid surround all the way round, and then opens to reveal two shelves and a base, so you've essentially got three shelves areas to store things on. But this is where the mystery starts, really. This shelf has obviously been added later. It's a piece of plywood with a couple of bits of pine screwed to the carcass. I mean, for practicality, brilliant. You've got a 3-shelf bookcase. But it would be nicer with a similarly aged piece of timber. And then on the doors, on the inside of the doors, you've got this very distinct difference in the wood. Both sides, exactly the same place.
But it's one piece of wood, isn't it?
But it's one piece of timber, yeah, absolutely. But it's at the line where the original shelf is. So something was going on in this lower bit, but we don't know what it was.
And we've got a little label here which says Danbury Con, and it's almost like a stamp. Whether this pertains to the actual piece of furniture or not, I don't know.
Yeah, whether somebody's just stuck a stamp on there because they were a stamp collector.
Yeah, who knows.
And somebody fairly recently has put these modern cupboard fixings in the corners, which does mean that if you were to mount it onto a wall, you can go down Screwfix, buy the other side of those for very little money, and it is a good way to secure this to the wall. But if you wanted it more as a freestanding piece, taking them off would actually.
On this side, it does have locks that work at the top and at the bottom. And there's a central fixing for the lock on the other side. Now the lock does have the name and possibly a number. It's certainly got a little stamp of a lion, I think it is. So it could possibly, a locksmith might be able to make you a key for that.
Yeah, a locksmith could certainly make you a key for that, yeah. Or you might just get away with having a rummage around and finding one that fitted. They're not the most complex of locks. The
unusual thing is these little markings where the previous fixings were, which might give somebody a clue. Maybe one of our very helpful people out there on the internet might be able to tell us what this is. It's got a sort of sloping cutaway where there must have been a shelf, and then on the base we've got these other cutaways. We can see it there. But who knows what they were for? Maybe one of you do.
Well, we sell things in other places, and this little cabinet bookcase is not going to hang around. So, if you want to secure it from selling anywhere else, get a bid on before it's gone.